Historic buildings help define our communities, help build a sense of place, and help identify for us where we fit within our history. When I look at an old building, I see opportunity, an opportunity to reinvest in an existing resource, an opportunity to renew, an opportunity to revitalize. I'm the Director of Programs in the Northeast Office of the National Trust for Historic Preservation. The National Trust is a national preservation organization, the only one in the United States, that focuses on preserving historic places and the places that people care about. Historic buildings provide a link to our past. They are the places where our grandparents met, the church where our grandparents were married, the hospital where our children were born. It's important to be able to have places that we can identify with. It's important to have a sense of place, where we've come from and where we belong. It's important for us to take a look and acknowledge what's significant to us, and then to make a plan to protect it, to make sure that it stands and continues to define our communities and why our communities are important. Having a community that has a diversity of buildings, modern, Victorian, whatever the case may be, is very important. But recognizing what is significant and why, and then taking steps to protect those buildings, is the most important. I got involved in historic preservation through my own family and where I've come from. I come from a family of landscape architects and architects. I was trained to look at the built environment very early on, and I'm very interested in not only preserving and protecting, but telling the stories of our past. And you can do that in many ways. One of the ways is to talk about the homes of a famous person, or to look at a house museum. But it's equally, if not more important, to look at the history of our own communities and what's important to us. To look at the church, or the fire station, or the community center, and what happened there and what it means to our community that we live in. Historic preservation is about looking at the diversity of our communities and noticing what is important, and determining what we want to protect and save and interpret for the future. Not every building should be saved, but we should be thinking about which buildings are important, which landscapes are important, which open spaces are important to our communities, because communities are very often the victims of developers and their whims and their wishes. And what happens is that the integrity, the sense of place of that community becomes lost over time.